SNAP, the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, helps nearly 60,000 Montana households keep food on the table each month. Cuts to SNAP would worsen hunger in Montana.
I'm an RN, retired RN. Realized I had to retire at about 74. At that age, I found myself retired and strictly on Social Security income. And of course, being the true Montana woman, very independent, I was determined I was going to make it on that little bit of money. My neighbor helped me to decide to go on SNAP because I just didn't have enough money.
The value of SNAP to my family makes the difference whether we're having complete meals or going without.
If SNAP was cut at this moment, I don't know what we'd do.
SNAP helps my family and myself tremendously with affordability of food in our household. I don't know how we'd get by without it.
If you do cut the SNAP benefits, it's going to hurt a lot of people.
So if the SNAP program were to be cut in the state of Montana, it'd be huge for grocers like ourselves. It is another revenue stream for us. It caters to a large demographic of clientele, and without those added sales to our bottom line, we would probably have to look at reducing staff and limiting options.
We give them the importance of the SNAP program in association with the Farm Bill. We partnership with the people that need the food and the people that produce the food. It's a partnership that only farmers and the people that need the food really realize, and it's a very important part of SNAP and the Farm Bill.
Well, we currently employ roughly 30 people, and without the SNAP program, we'd have to probably cut 3 employees. So it generates jobs.
If SNAP benefits were reduced, I would probably have to cut back on utilities, maybe find a cheaper insurance policies.
The idea that charitable response to hunger would be able to absorb any kind of drastic cuts to the SNAP program is unrealistic. There's no way that our food bank here in Missoula, and we're really lucky to have incredible community support, just no way that we could keep up with an additional 5,000 households.
If you decrease the elderly, the low income, the disabled like I am, and just the people who are eligible for this program, it will be very detrimental to them.
My name is Alicia and I'm here from Missoula, and I have 2 boys. I'm a student as well, working on my social work degree, my bachelor degree. If you cut the SNAP program, you're putting the children's life at risk because they don't have the opportunity to have the healthy foods that help their brain develop. So then we can get into a place where we can break the cycle of poverty. If SNAP benefits were cut or reduced, my family wouldn't have a healthy diet. We would have just basically whatever's cheapest, you know, that crappy food that has no nutritional value would be the only thing we'd have because it would be the cheapest, it would be what lasts longer, and I want my family to be able to eat fresh fruits and vegetables. That's where they're going to get their most nutritional value.
I only receive Social Security, and there is a fixed amount that is divided between, of course, rent and utilities and some food budget. If SNAP benefits were cut, it would really hamper my health. If I'm able to eat healthy, it's got great benefits to my diabetes and helps me to stay in good control of everything about that disease, which is very important to me.
If they cut the SNAP programs, it would have a big effect, not only for me, but for many people that I know.
I found out about the SNAP program upon losing my job. It put my family in a position where we had our bills paid, but that was it. There was no money for food.
It's hard to me when you're both barely making minimum wage to even feed 2 children alone, let alone yourselves.
If our SNAP benefits were cut, we would definitely have to figure out some cutbacks in order to continue to be able to afford groceries in our household, and currently our budget doesn't really allow much wiggle room.
But not all people don't get the money, or they don't have the education. There's certain things that they rely on. They need food stamps to feed their kids.
As my elected representative, I want you to know that rural Montana especially, but SNAP benefits in general, are going to be what allows our students to learn and become the productive members of society that continue to keep Montana the great state that it is.
A lot of folks will comment on how their benefits have been cut, and they thought it was difficult before, but now the difficulty has increased.
I grew up on SNAP, and my mom is disabled, and so my sister and I, we got the food we needed through this really important program. And there were times where things were really hard, and it's not as if we were eating extravagantly, but it was enough to get us through. And as an adult, neither of us have used social assistance programs. Safety net programs are there to help with this bridge for families who really need it. And what I think is important is that it really is an investment in families and in children and in people. It helps our seniors to be able to live with dignity. It helps our veterans who have served our country to be able to live with dignity. Cutting these really important programs that provide basic needs is not a way to help move our country forward.
SNAP works in Montana. Protect and strengthen SNAP. Contact the Montana Food Bank Network for more information.